Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another exciting Project Pan update. We are in September, which is wild to me. 2023 is flying by and this project is honestly flying by. I feel like we just continue to make such good progress and it's like almost every month that I feel like I have an empty, and this month is no different. I'm obviously very excited to share that empty with you. I hope all of you are excited to see which product it is, although it might not be a surprise if you are following along with this project. But before we jump into the empty product and which one it is and rolling it out and rolling something new in, let's quickly, I guess real quick, talk about what this project is if you are unfamiliar with it. So it is just a rolling style project pan, meaning my goal is to completely finish the products that come into this project. And when I do, I roll them out and then I roll something new in its place. So I'm only ever working on 5 products at once. And yeah, like I said, it's been super successful. Last month I rolled something out and I went to look at my planning to pan list, and either everything had been panned or finished or had already been rolled into the project. And so this month's no different in the sense of I'm kind of looking around in my collection being like, ooh, I didn't plan for something to pan yet. And so having to figure out what I'm going to replace the finished product with. Let's go ahead and jump in to the products that are sticking around for at least another month, although some will be much longer. First product is this Beauty Vault lip liner in the shade Cozy Cura. Continuing to make progress on this. I used this 10 times and I think I sharpened it once. So hopefully you'll be able to see a difference in the progress clips, but very slow and steady usage on this. I use it most days before work, so happy to have it in the project, happy to continue using it. It is just one of those products that for me moves very slowly. I am not like overlining my lips or putting on a ton of lip liner. I do a little bit on the bottom and a little bit on the top and then rub my lips together and then put on whatever else I'm wearing that day. So I do wear this with a lot of different things. I've worn it with chapstick, I've worn it with lip gloss, I've worn it with lipstick. So I'm definitely experimenting and continuing to try different ways to wear this. I've also worn it on its own, and maybe that's something I should do more because I'd probably use more product up that way, but I am happy to have it in this project and continue to see progress on it. I don't know if this is going to be something that we finish by the end of the year. My guess is that our chances are very, very slim, just considering the usage on it so far, but that's okay. It's definitely progress still on a product that I didn't think that I would ever actually make major progress on, because I never really used lip liner before rolling this in to a couple different projects. Another one that I'm struggling a little bit to use is this Avon liner. I only wore it 5 times this month, and that's because I feel like it smudges a little bit and I don't always like that, and so then I tend to not pull for it. I was wearing it in my waterline and then noticed it was a little smudgy there, so I started wearing it in my tight line thinking that it wouldn't smudge, and then for some reason this eye, I always get a little something under here when I wear it, and so I just haven't been grabbing for it as much because of that. Other than that little bit of smudging, which has probably happened throughout the years using this product, it's still overall performing very well. I just feel like I need to find ways to use it more and just continue to use it because I really just want to finish it. I would love to finish it by the end of the year, but I think I would have to wear it a lot more than I'm wearing it right now to be able to do so, and I'm just not pulling for it. So I don't know. This might be something that rolls into 2024, but I'm gonna leave it in a project pan until it's done. Like, I am very much determined to use this one up, even if it takes me a long time. So that's how I feel about that one. Next is my Butter Bronzer, which this one I just continue to expand the pan. I mean, look how big that pan is. This is a product that I feel like is going to be done in the next 2 months at max. There's not a ton of product left in here, and I feel like the pan gets bigger every time I use it. I used this product 15 times this month, so definitely got a good amount of usage on it, and it's something that I really like. I like how it performs, I like how it smells, so I'm very happy to keep using it as much as I am, and excited to see what this pan looks like next month. I do think I might have to repress it at some point. It hasn't been too crumbly, surprisingly, considering how powdery it is. But if it starts to crumble, I don't want to lose a bunch of product that way. So I might repress it if that's the case. But if not, I mean, I think we're getting just so close on this being an empty, which is really exciting to finish another bronzer this year. I finished a bronzer last year and it took me a really long time. And this bronzer just kind of flew by, I think because of how powdery it is. But like I said, I've really enjoyed using it and it's been something that I've been happy to have in my collection. I don't know if this would be a product that I would repurchase just because I feel like I didn't totally get my money's worth, which sounds crazy, but I just feel like it was like too easy to use up, at least so far, so we'll see. But either way, I'm very happy to be able to potentially roll out another bronzer from my collection sooner rather than later, and definitely this year. Before we talk about the empty, I'm going to talk about my latest roll-in, which is the Kosas Cloud Set Powder. This I continue to make progress on, although there is still a mound there. I used this 15 times this month and I feel like there are some like holes in it. That means maybe like we're getting closer and closer to where the pan is. I obviously have not hit pan on this one yet, but I don't think it's too far away because I think the pan is pretty much like flush with the packaging. So we're not that far away from that. There is like a little mound here, but over here we're pretty close. So we will see. But I really enjoy this powder. I feel like it's very like airbrushing. I think it looks very nice layered on top of the foundations that I've been wearing. So I think this is just a great powder to have. I've been really happy with it. I know some people complain about hard pan, but I really have not had any issues with that, which I've been super happy about. So overall, just really happy about this powder in general and happy to have it in the project and being able to use it on a regular basis. All right, so all 4 of those products are sticking around for next month. I will continue working on those. But the product that I finished is a foundation. I actually had this in a project pan last year as well. And then I was working on a different foundation towards the beginning of the year. And then when summer hit, I rolled this foundation in hoping to use it up during the summer months, which I successfully did. And I have a new empty. It's my Oma Beauty Say What Weightless Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. I absolutely love this product. I think it is fantastic. I was so happy to be able to use it up, as hopefully you can see. I like took my beauty spatula and scraped the sides and tried to get every last drop of this out because I just truly enjoyed it. I like wearing it by itself, and then I also rolled this Tarte C Hydroflex Serum Foundation into my Shop My Stash, and so I've worn these together a couple times, which has been absolutely beautiful pairing those together. I just feel like it's been really nice on my skin. I'm kind of sad that this is empty because when I realized that combo, I was like, wow, this is gorgeous. So really happy about that and the fact that we finally hit this empty, although this might be a product that I repurchase, which is rare for me to say in the makeup world just because of how long it takes to actually finish makeup products. I don't typically repurchase them, but I've just really enjoyed this foundation. So I used it 14 times this month to hit the empty. And over the course of this project, which has just been the last few months, like I said, I used it 46 times total to finish it, but I did work on it in a project in 2022 to kind of set me up for success for this year, which is something that I actually really appreciate that I do, is that I can work on something for a few months, 1 year, but then really focus on it another year and get it finished up. And so that is kind of what happened with this one. I really devoted the time to it these last few months to get it finished up. And like I said, really happy with this and really happy to have this as an empty, but also a little sad because I really have enjoyed using it the last few months. All right, so now that we have that empty, I need to roll something in its place. And I really honestly had a hard time with this because like I said, I don't have anything on my planning to pan list anymore. I did want to roll something in that would either be a foundation or like a tinted moisturizer or that serum foundation, something along those lines. And I debated back and forth, one with rolling back in my NARS Soft Matte Foundation. Like I said, I was working on this at the beginning of this year and I specifically rolled it out because it's a little, as you can see, pale for my skin tone right now. And I rolled the Oma Beauty foundation in for the summertime because it matched me better. And so I was thinking this would get rolled in at the end of the year. I feel like it's still not quite a good match for me right now. And so that made me kind of hesitant to roll it in because I didn't want to roll something in that I didn't want to use or wouldn't necessarily be pulling for. And so then I was thinking about pulling in this Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. I've used this in a variety of different projects. I've definitely have enjoyed using this, and I feel like I do have a lot of product left in here, but I've used this a bunch as well, that it's not like totally full either. And so, like I said, I was having a hard time debating about these two, but what I think I'm going to do is at least work on this for the next few months. I may end up switching this out for this at some point as well, but I think that's okay to do a little switcheroo here and there. So right now, I'm going to be rolling in my Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer and seeing what progress we can make on this. I think this is really, really nice, like light, easy coverage, which I think will be good for work and just good for every day. So happy to be rolling this one in. And if I feel like I need more coverage, I can mix a different foundation with this one to get a little bit more coverage. Like I said, it might change if we get to the end of the year and I realize, hey, like I'd rather roll this one in its place, like I might do that, or maybe I might just work on this on the side in a Shop My Stash project pan and just wear these together, because I've done that before. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'm kind of open to being flexible there, just because I don't feel like I have a ton of options at this point, which sounds crazy. I have like my whole makeup collection, but I'm trying to be strategic about what I'm putting in this project. That is it. That is the exciting update. I hope all of you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope all of you are excited about another empty in this project. We're continuing to make progress. I'm going to add this to my empties bucket, which I love being able to do. And you'll obviously see that at the end of the year in my year-end makeup empties. So thank you again so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.